All I wanna do is, oh yeah, yeah. All I wanna do is, oh yeah, you, baby. Oh,
Hello and welcome to Pro Tips Bloodborne. Now with Bloodborne on the cusp of coming out just a couple of days now, the hours are counting down, and I know all of our fans of the Soul series are just amped to get out there. And so I'm gonna try and give you some of the tips that I've learned along the way, not only as a gamer, but being a diehard fan of the Soul series, some of the things you can expect and some of the things you need to watch out for. First being multiplayer. Man, we all love multiplayer and PvP action. Well, there's a new thing coming to multiplayer where you're gonna have to put in an 8-digit code, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna link you easily to your friends. And that's one of the new things because I guess over the years people found out that you can get around the whole system of spawning in random people to help you by just getting within soul level and trying to get your friends in the area with you and just waiting until you get on the same server. So another thing is that they brought to the series is the more people you have in helping you, or you say you summon in a phantom to help you, then a bell lady will appear and she'll ring a bell, and what that'll do is that'll traffic more people into your zone. So it'll traffic more red phantoms to come in and essentially try and kill you. Oh, and one more thing, wherever you put your sign down, that's not where you're gonna appear once you're summoned. So if you put your sign down and you go further on in the game, from now on, you won't spawn on your sign. You'll spawn from wherever you were in the game at that moment. Uh, Another thing to watch out for is just the stats. The stats that they showed in the betas and the alphas may differ a little bit, but one thing, if you ever played the Soul series, you know to pay attention to stats. And they are, we have the basic stats like physical attack, blood attack. No, blood attack is going to be one of those new stats. Blood attack is going to be one of those new stats. And I think from looking at the some gameplay of how I know Dark Souls and Soul series games to work as far as stats, I think is directly linked to using guns in this game. So guns are going to be a new thing, right? And so if you just look, you have vitality, endurance, strength, skill, blood tinge, arcane, blood echoes, and insight. I'm thinking that insight is going to probably work a little bit like humanities did in Dark Souls. It may like bring up your luck or something like that. You may get more drops the more insight you have, or the more insight you have, you may get more blood echoes. So that one I don't absolutely know, but I do know for certain that blood tinge is linked to blood attack, and blood attack is linked to guns. Now you're gonna have different types of guns. You're gonna have guns that shoot far, or you're gonna have guns that shoot close up like shotgun pellets. You know that I think from the gameplay that I saw is gonna stagger enemies a lot easier. So just pay attention to the stats. They might mix the stats up a little bit and change it. Uh, I think that arcane is gonna be linked to magic, and we saw the bolt of lightning there in the stats when you look at the weapon stats. So that means they're gonna be bringing back some kind of faith. They're gonna bring back some kind of faith magic. I'm sure of it because in one of the gameplays, a character says not Veranox, he says Umbasa, which is directly linked to the demon souls religion that is in that game. Another tip, if you ever play the Soul games, I know that the developers have been urging people to go out there and play the game fast and get out there. But I urge you, don't rush. This is still a Souls game. It may be fast paced, but if you ever knew anything about the Souls game developers, they're wolf in sheep clothing. They'll tell you, hey, go out there and play fast paced, and you'll get destroyed. We know that there are gonna be traps everywhere, stuff lurking in dark corners. So don't rush. Take in the take in the scenery. And at the very beginning of the game, they've changed the controls around a little bit on us. So you may be a stone cold vet at this game, but learn the controls before you go forward because they have changed them up. And I think you chug the echoes with triangle now, which is going to be a big difference from what we're used to in playing a Soul series. So make sure you learn the controls. And that goes on to the last point that I want to make about playing a Souls game, which is don't be overconfident. I know that is is one of the biggest issues that you have when you come across like real hardcore gamers like me is we think we can destroy any game in and out, and we can eventually, but just like any new game or any new IP, you have to learn it. It's a learning stage. Skill isn't going to take you all the way through your first playthrough. So take your time. Don't be overconfident. Learn the game, learn the button skills, and most of all, just have fun and do jolly co-op because we all love co-op. Don't get frustrated if it's like any of the Souls games. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna die a lot. They said that the new game plus mode is going to be like a mode in itself. They said the developers themselves are having a hard time beating it. So just know that they put a lot into this game. So just enjoy the scenery, enjoy your first playthrough. Don't rush through it because you can never have that first playthrough. I just remember my first playthrough of playing Demon Souls when no one knew what it was, and I just had to tell all my friends. And so, please enjoy the game. Like, subscribe for more pro tips on different games, and I hope to see you guys on PSN Network. Until next time, like, subscribe, hit us back on social media. I'm out.
All I wanna do is you, baby.